Welcome to my channel $T Valuable Coins. So get it started. This 1913 one penny is over a century old. It was minted during King George's reign and it carries a lot of vintage charm. The 1913 one penny is a British coin that forms part of the iconic pre-decimal coinage system used in the United Kingdom before decimalization in 1971. This coin, struck during the reign of King George V, is particularly sought after by collectors and historians for its design, historical context, and the role it played in the British economy during the early 20th century. Historical context: Britain in 1913. To understand the value and significance of the 1913 one penny, it is important to examine the world in which it was minted. Pre-war Britain, the year 1913 marked the eve of World War I. It was a period of relative peace and prosperity in the British Empire, which was then the largest empire in history. Industrial expansion: Britain was a hub of industrial power, and the demand for coinage was high due to widespread trade and commerce. Monarchical stability: King George V was the ruling monarch, having ascended the throne in 1910. His reign symbolized continuity and stability before the turbulence of the Great War. The monarch, King George V. The 1913 penny bears the effigy of King George V, a symbol of authority and tradition. His portrait appears on the obverse front of the coin. Designer: the obverse design was created by Bertram McKennell, an Australian artist. Portrait features: George V is depicted in left facing a crown with the inscription VDIGRA, Brit, Money, Rex FID, Def, IND, Imp. This Latin phrase translates to George V, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. Design and artistic elements: portrait of George V, clean, classic lines. Realistic representation. Lettering, as described above, in Latin. Edge: the edge of the coin is plain, not milled or reeded. Figure of Britannia, the iconic female representation of Britain, seated facing right. She holds a trident in one hand and rests the other on a shield bearing the Union flag. The sea appears in the background, symbolizing naval strength. Designer: Leonard Charles I. Inscription: the word one penny and the date 1913 are inscribed. Art style: classic Victorian style carried into the Edwardian era with high attention to detail and national symbolism. Metal composition: 95% copper, 4% tin, 1% zinc, bronze alloy. Diameter: 30.8 mm. Weight: approximately 9.45 grams. Thickness: about 1.6 mm. Edge: plain. These specifications were standard for the penny during the late Victorian and Edwardian periods. Mintage and rarity. Mintage number: in 1913, around 15,989,000 pennies were minted. Mint location: Royal Mint, London. Rarity: the 1913 penny is not considered extremely rare, but high-grade examples, especially those in uncirculated or mint conditions, are quite valuable. Variants and errors. Although no officially recognized mint errors are commonly reported for the 1913 penny, collectors always examine coins for die cracks, off-center strikes, double striking, planchette flaws. These errors can greatly increase a coin's value among numismatists. Grading and condition. The value of a 1913 one penny depends heavily on its condition, measured using standard numismatic grading. Grade description: value estimate, GBP. Poor, P, very worn, features barely visible, £1. Fine, F, moderate wear, clear details, £3.5. Very fine VF, light wear, good detail £10.15. Extremely fine EF, minimal wear, strong. Strike £25.50. Uncirculated UNC, no wear, full luster. £60 150 or more. Prices vary by market trends and rarity of. Pristine examples. Cultural significance. The penny was a fundamental unit of daily commerce used by everyone from aristocrats to workers. Common use, 1 penny could buy a loaf of bread, a cup of tea, or a newspaper in 1913. Symbol of empire, Britannia on the reverse symbolized strength, pride, and maritime supremacy. Royal influence, coins with the monarchs. Images were a daily reminder of royal authority. Collecting the 1913 penny. Many collectors seek to own complete sets of British pennies by year and monarch. The 1913 penny fits within the George V series, 1911 to 1936. Pre-decimal British coinage. Bronze penny sets, starting from 1860. Under Queen Victoria. Collectors may look for coins with high grade, attractive patina, historical context, e.g., associated with pre-WWI era fake and replica coins. Due to its popularity, fake versions of old pennies exist. To avoid counterfeits, examine weight and diameter. Use a magnifying glass to check fine details and die characteristics. Buy from reputable dealers or get coins certified by a professional service, e.g. NGC. Interesting facts. Transition of empire, 1913 was the last full year of peace before World War I. End of an era. Within a year, the world would change dramatically, making 1913 coins a nostalgic token of a lost age. Collectible sets. Some collectors aim to gather coins from every year of George VS reign. Investment and future value. As antique coin collecting continues to grow, the 1913 penny's value may increase over time, especially for uncirculated coins, coins with errors or provenance, coins graded by professional agencies. It is a solid entry-level coin for budding collectors and a historic piece for advanced collections. Conclusion. The 1913 1 penny is more than just a copper coin. It is a time capsule. It captures the essence of pre-war Britain, the strength of the British Empire, and the everyday life of millions. Whether you're a history enthusiast, a numismatist, or a casual collector, the 1913 penny is a fascinating piece of British heritage worth appreciating.